Yes. All right. So, yes, today my embodiment PSA this morning was about slowing down. And I'm a very fast person. It's really challenging for me to slow down. And I was just talking in my Zoom room with everybody else, and a lot of us are actually recovering from COVID, and how much we're talking about how much of a, oh, you're not ready to keep going again. Like you got to keep surrendering and coming back into slowness. So, a fun way that I have discovered to play with slowness is actually to just see how slow you can go, like in a moment, in a movement, playing with slowness. And there are some sounds that I want to work with today, and they're kind of a combination of things. But for me, they tend to draw me right into my experience and bring me right into my awareness. So this is sort of a version of the pedal breath from Continuum. So I'll show you the pedal breath. We can just come in for a landing into ourselves for a second before we get to pedal breath. See, there's my speed demon nature jumping ahead to all the things before we even have a chance to come in for a landing. So maybe just taking a second. If you're wearing glasses, take them off. And just take a couple of breaths being where you are. And this class is just an offering for however you want to take it, which means there are really no rules. The rules that I like to try to keep for myself are be kind and gentle to myself, and let myself play within this realm, this space of the somatic inquiry. Yeah, using this as a moment to tune into whatever I need to nourish me now in this moment. Maybe I need more movement. Maybe I need more sound. Maybe I need total stillness. Maybe I need to be laying down, or maybe I need to move and stand and walk around. So anything is allowed. Everything that feels good to you in that moment when we're deeply listening to our bodies is the appropriate thing. Just letting us settle, settling, imagining the water in your body sort of pooling downward. It is doing that as we adjust to gravity. If we move a little bit, it shifts and we go, oh, not just our inner ear, but also the water in our body, letting us understand reality, our reality on the planet. So settling into that, maybe tuning into the earthy element of our bones and the density of our bones, our weightedness, our connectedness to the planet. So coming into this breath, the continuum pedal breath is this idea that our lips are kind of like a flower that's opening and closing. And it could be like blowing in the wind or anyway, as slow or as fast as feels good. But we want to keep tuning to novelty. So tuning to newness. So it's not like we're just going open, close, open, close, open, close, but we're letting the muscles and the structure of our face shift as well. So it's going to look really weird, but here's the invitation to do it. And it's an ooh sound with just letting your mouth and the sort of O-ring sphincter muscles around your mouth, even maybe around your eyes, free up and mobilize in whatever way feels good. So here's the breath. If it's too much, then just let your mouth go. Play with the shaping of the face without the vocal sound. So sometimes the vocal sound can be too much. It can stir up too much. And since we are coming into the slowness, you could just play with it. I'm just going to aspirate without the vocal sound and do the same idea. So that's the other possibility, either one of those. But I'm going to take it a little deeper into thinking that it's not just your mouth that's doing that opening and closing, but the whole shaping of your tongue and your throat. So if I do it with the actual vocal sounds, it's going to be like this. that I sense what that is that the sort of spacious air volume in my mouth and in my throat, even like down into my torso, is shifting and changing. So it's kind of like this, um, I don't want to say peristalsis, but I want to say peristalsis. It's like this activity of this movement kind of opening and closing. I'm just allowing and playing with that. So it's not like, oh, it's all just going to suddenly happen if I don't give full permission to my body and also nudge a little bit at times. So here's the breath with or without the vocalization, because you can do it just aspirating or just, that's one version. So let's just play with that for like 2 or 3 minutes. I'm going to back up now that you've got to see me make faces. Free up the pattern of your face. Taking resting breaths whenever you need them, or maybe the whole thing is one big resting breath. That is fine too. If it feels too activating, don't do it. I'm going to add one more breath possibility in there, one more breath sound, and this comes from the Continuum work. And this is called a Luna breath. And the Luna breath is like a very dialed down ujjayi. If you took a homeopathic distillation of the yogic ujjayi breathing and you just do it on the exhale, so it's this tiny, tiny little clamp, like the most relaxed clamp. So it's almost like you're hearing yourself inside your head say ha, even though you're not saying ha. So it's listening to the inner sound of your breath. It can take as long as it takes on the exhale, but it's for me, that breath really allows me to come into myself and find this focus. So feeling free to mix it up. You can move from one to another or just do resting breaths. And allowing any kind of micro movement into your body, any kind of adjustments, deep internal shape flow that maybe starts to manifest in a larger way or not, whatever feels good, whatever feels nourishing and delicious, whatever provides some sense of maybe relief or release, with the idea of sort of releasing from your pattern of thinking who you are or what you are, and just giving yourself more freedom and spaciousness. So whatever kind of clamping or holding or gripping might be going on, can just melt away or just blow away like a cloud. If movement is starting to come in, then the invitation is really to be playing with movement, but the movement might be so small it's almost imperceptible. That's fine. we can start to play with, if we are moving more, start to see how slow can you move. If you're amped up, use that amplification to just bring your awareness into sensation and invite your whole body, your whole pattern of being to just soften and slow down. Allowing sort of the waves of awareness to wash through and into your body. Or we could say, allowing your awareness to rest in the waves of sensation, maybe in the waves of sound, in the waves of vibration. Letting yourself play between breaths in any way that feels good to you, in any way that feels nourishing. Tuning into your whole existence as being like a sort of vibrational and energy form, not just this solid material body, but these different waves of information coming and going. Information's maybe not the right word, but using that idea as really like inform, the things that are informing your body, helping your body create form or existence in this life. And it's not to say like don't play with tension at all. Like you can bring tension in, activate with it, and then notice as it releases. Inviting in micro movement, vibration, breath, and sound. And if anything pops up from the past or the future, it's okay. Just don't give it all your attention. Let yourself calm in whatever way feels appropriate for you in this moment. And if you are attuning to some movement within yourself, notice if you can allow that to come so slow that it's almost imperceptible. And maybe the imperceptibility is in your sensation, or maybe it's a visual. Giving your whole body full permission to participate in this flow of life, but allowing the slowness to come on so that you can really sense it and feel what's happening. Not that you need to name it or analyze any of it. Just feeling is enough, playing with it. What can I let go of? And if your body does want to move more quickly, or if there are explorations that feel interesting, feel free to let them bubble up, let them come online, letting the waves of time speeding up, slowing down, becoming timeless, just wash over you in whatever way feels interesting. And I'm going to give us this music. Oh, if one can call it music. It's called Celestial Dolphin, and it's by Jeffrey Thompson. And it's really helpful on going deeper. Add sound if it feels good. Oops, that's not the song. My thing went to its own. Maybe we should listen to that first then. Since that came on, we're actually going to use Michelle Aiello first, which is very musical sound, and then we'll go to Celestial Dolphin after this. Just inviting in anything that feels good, movement-wise, and then playing with slowing it down, bringing your awareness into it. Can we stay slow, and can we stay attuned when things start to speed up around us? It's going to happen with this music. Okay, we're going to dive into the less formed music. And it starts out really quiet, so I did turn it up a little bit for this, but it's very sort of outer spacey and inner spacey at the same time. So let yourself play with whatever comes up for you in your experience. fade that out and give you a couple of minutes just to be with yourself in whatever relative silence or stillness you are experiencing. Letting yourself adjust and process. Processing the processing. So if you're out there in TV land, I'm going to end the live stream.